Good morning, Bitcoiners. Welcome once again to Bitcoin for Mere Mortals. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, crypto assets, technology, and the future. Bitcoin for Mere Mortals is also a book, which is here. And if you want it for free, I can send it to you if you ask me for it on the comments. And here we don't give financial advice, we give education and entertainment. So what's going on in the markets? Well, the market since my last video, the market's gone up quite a lot. I would say probably around 7%, maybe more, because more than a week, I think. But yeah, we are now near $42,000, and and everything else is following. I mean, the leader is Bitcoin, obviously, and the rest of the altcoins will just follow through. Market is kind of stable today. No a lot of movement because it's Sunday. Usually it's quiet, apart from Luna. Luna is going up 5-6% today, and the fear is still high, but it's not extreme fear, which is good. It's better than a few days ago. And also let's have a look at the candle chart. If you can see, we were a few days ago we were in 38. We even got to 37, and now we are almost 42, so that's pretty good, considering everything's happening in the world with inflation, the war, COVID, and this and that. Bitcoin is proving to be a safe haven, a good asset to hodl. And we are going to see a lot of news today from Europe, from America, and from Latin America. Very important news. Stay until the end, because I got great news. This week there was a vote on Bitcoin mining. Europe was trying to ban Bitcoin mining because they reckon it uses too much energy, and the carbon footprint is too high, which is total garbage. Because Bitcoin is actually a very efficient way to hold electricity into monetary value. Let's remember that more than 50% of energy used to mine Bitcoin is green. Also, a lot of electricity around the world gets wasted because it doesn't find a user, it doesn't find a proper application. And Bitcoin miners go there to the hydroelectric power station. They go to the wind power station, solar, geothermal, even oil wells, and all the energy that is wasted, they take it and they use it to mine Bitcoin. So it's actually very green. But thank God for that, the vote was positive for Bitcoin, and the ban was rejected. So that's great news. Also, South Korea now have a new president called what's the name? Yoon Suk Yeol. Yoon Suk Yeol is the new president of South Korea, and he's pro crypto and pro Bitcoin. So that's very good. And South Korea is looking very good. It's looking very good in this market because they also have this project Luna, which is doing very well. And also Luna, just to mention it, Luna has a stable coin called UST, and in order to, UST is obviously pegged to the value of the dollar, but instead of using dollars to back the currency and using dollars as collateral, let's say, they are using Bitcoin. So this is amazing, because this is what's happening. They are gonna buy $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. They're gonna buy all that Bitcoin to back the UST, so to provide a warranty for the UST, basically. So this is gonna benefit Bitcoin, this is gonna benefit Luna, and it's gonna benefit even the dollar indirectly. So this is really good. Also, inflation is here. The latest figures are 7.9, and this is CPI inflation. The real inflation, as you can see here, is much higher. So if we're in 7.9, according to the Sadova statistics, you can safely assume is almost double, about 16% inflation. That's a lot of money you're losing every single year if you keep the money in the bank. So you shouldn't keep any money. You should invest it in safe assets like housing, olive oil, gold, or Bitcoin. Just according to this tweet, if you work 40 hours a week, remember that at 7.9% inflation, the government is seizing 3.2 hours of your labor every single week. So 3.2 hours that you work this week are going to pay for inflation. So keep that in mind, unless you do something about it. And that's on top of all the other taxes that you pay. But inflation is just a hidden tax. The IMF doesn't like Bitcoin. The IMF they're really scared because now they are seeing that a few countries in Latin America are trying to adopt Bitcoin, like El Salvador, and we will talk about that in a minute as well. So pretty much what they've done, they've gone to Argentina, and they have bribed the government. They offered them a loan for 40 billion, I think, something like that. No, it doesn't say here. Yeah, around 40 billion, I think I remember. But with the condition that they don't adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. I mean, when they are doing that, it means that they are desperate. They are already worrying about this, and it's going to happen anyway. Maybe not with Argentina in the short term because they've taken the loan, they've taken the bribe, but it will happen in other countries which are not bending down to the IMF. Also, look at this. This is a very interesting data point. A Ukrainian diplomat was trying to leave the country with this suitcase full of dollars, full of euros, gold, and silver. So $140,000, 16,000 euros, 12 kilos of gold bars, and 13.8 kilos of jewelry, gold. Okay, I'm not gonna enter in the where is this money coming from, if it's legal or if it's not legal, or if it's. I'm not gonna even go there because I don't know. But it looks very suspicious, anyway. But the thing is, if you are in a war zone, if you are in a country where you need to go for any reason because there's an economic collapse, there's a war, somebody's trying to kill you, one day you might need to escape your country for any reason, for legal or for genuine reasons. If you try to take your money like this, they will take it away from you, obviously. When you get to the border, they will say, oh, open your suitcase. Oh, you got that money. This is for us. And you will lose everything you got. You cannot take money like this across borders. It's illegal. But if you have Bitcoin, you only need to memorize 12 words and you can store all your wealth in your brain. And when you get to your new country, you connect to the internet and get all your Bitcoin, and then if you want, you sell it. If not, you invest it, or you do whatever you want. But it's your money, and nobody can take it from you. So it's a very important point to remember. Also, because inflation is here, the government now, the U.S. government is desperate. It's trying to give advice. They have caused inflation by printing so much money, and now they are trying to tell everybody. Just don't use your car, take the bus. Don't buy in bulk because you spend too much money. In fact, I don't agree with that. I think you should buy in bulk now, because if you buy in bulk now, it will be cheaper than tomorrow or next week or next month. Eat lentils instead of meat. And nobody said this will be fun. So basically, they fuck up, and now they tell you to make an effort for them. To cover up. Not good. Just a reminder that 80% of all dollars in existence today were printed in the last 22 months. 80%. The dollar has been around for more than 100 years, and in only 2 years they printed 80%. It's almost like they're making money out of thin air. I mean, there's so much dollars, so much debt that they will never be able to repay that, and that's why the dollar value is dropping like to zero. Also, talking about the Latin American countries, Mexico is on the list. Mexico is on the list to join the Bitcoin as a legal tender. There's Senator Indira Kempis. She's pushing for it. We got Ricardo Salinas, which is a billionaire, which is a Bitcoiner, and is pushing for it. And we will see news from Mexico very soon about adopting Bitcoin. There's no question about that. So it's looking very, very good. And Mexico is a big country. But the news of the day is this. And this has not been confirmed 100% yet, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Pretty sure it's true because it was Max Kaiser was telling that in his tweet. Honduran President Xiomara Castro to announce Bitcoin as legal tender. That would be the second country in Central America to adopt Bitcoin, and they will probably make it official tomorrow. So this is spreading like wildfire. This is another domino piece that's falling, and that's why the IMF and the US government and all these central banks are very worried, because they are seeing that they don't need fiat money anymore. They don't need the IMF. They can become sovereign countries by adopting a currency that is immutable, transparent, and sound. So this is excellent news, and we will confirm tomorrow. And just to the joke of the day, the meme of the day is would you like regular or premium? I'm just looking, thank you. Too expensive. But it's not too expensive if you've got Bitcoin. If you got Bitcoin, there's no inflation. There's inflation only if you have dollars or pounds or euros or any fiat money. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you again next week or sooner if we have any big news. And please remember to press all the buttons down there, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you again next week. Thank you very much.